In this video, I'll be talking about SHM, Simple Harmonic Motion. Suppose that there is a particle which is of mass, let's say m, and it start from here, okay, and then comes back. It gets displaced maximum up to a distance. So x equal to a, where x I will be taking as displacement of the particle from mean position. So what is mean position? I'll let you know. As of now, x equal to 0 is the point of mean position. So suppose it is starting from here, then it is going up to this point, and point, let's say P, then it is coming back, crossing the position, and then further it is going up to x equal to minus a, and then coming back again. This total cycle is said to be one cycle, right? One oscillation. So now this is oscillatory motion. So when this is SHM, then I need to say a system is said to be or said to execute simple harmonic motion if the magnitude, this line is very important, if the magnitude of force or forces acting on it directly proportional to the magnitude of displacement. Okay, now understand, this is just language part. Understand, suppose that at any instant particle is, let's say, at point K. At that point they are saying displacement, I am assuming, let's say x, okay, then obviously there is a force which is trying to restore it, okay, which is trying to restore this force to make it possible that it is again coming to this point. That means I can say that F is equal to, or F proportional to x. But of course this will be the restoring force, so F restoring is proportional to x. This is the statement it is saying. So if I take this is normal force, then F will be proportional to minus x. So this Fr is nothing else, restoring force. If I write this in terms of normal force, okay, normally, then I'll write F proportional to minus x. So I want to remove this proportionality, so this can be written as kx, where k is a constant. Okay, k is constant. Now further, you know that F is equal to ma. This is the Newton's relation with acceleration. So if I utilize this, then I can write a is equal to minus kx. So basically, if you see the FBD of the particle, how this particle will look like, this particle will look like here, that this particle, though it is having some velocity at that instant, but particle is having some acceleration, or I should say retardation, in opposite direction. So this will be A. That's why this minus sign is coming. Clearly you can observe that F, this is the force, and this force is equal to minus kx. So here acceleration can be written as further minus k by m into x itself. Okay, and this acceleration is nothing else, dv upon dt is equal to minus k by m into x, or it can be written as d2x upon dt2 is equal to minus k by m into x. Okay, or d2x upon dt2 plus k by m into x is 0. This is our differential equation for SHM. Okay, now our task is to identify the equation of SHM so that we can study further about it, like what can be the displacement and time relation, right? So what I need to do, let us remove this thing. Definition part is clear. So here you need to utilize first of all this relations which we have defined here. So relations we obtained that A is going to be minus of k by m into x, and this acceleration can be written as dv upon dt is equal to minus of k by m into x. Okay, but the problem is that here we have variable x and v and t, so this equation will not be able to help us. So we have acceleration is equal to v dv by dx. This is also formula we have seen in kinematics, right? So this can be written as minus k by m into x. So this will be v dv upon dx is equal to minus k by m into x. Now what I can do, I can collect the term x one side and v one side. So v dv is equal to minus k by m into x dx. Now what I can do, I can integrate both sides. So integrate both sides. So when you do integration, now you need to see when x equal to, when we were at x equal to 0, right? That means this, suppose that if you remember this diagram, this was x equal to 0 is the mean position. So let me tell you what is mean position. When force is 0 at in SHM, that position is said to be mean position. Okay, so this is the mean position. So when we were at mean position, we can clearly see velocity will be maximum, right? And when we will be at amplitude, this a is the amplitude, means maximum displacement. That means particle has to stop instantaneously. That means we are talking about for random point which is at x displacement away from this mean position. So we assume that particle velocity is v. Okay, and if you integrate now, so now we need v as a function of x, so that we can find x as a function of t. So here instead of using x equal to 0, I am using when I was at x equal to a, right, at this point, and when I'll be at random point which is x, when x will be equal to x, the velocity will be at x equal to a, it will be 0, we have seen in the diagram, and then random velocity will be v itself. So now here if you do the integration, this will be v square by 2 limits 0 to v, and this minus k by m is constant which will be outside. X square will be 1 upon 2 x square, and limits will be a to x itself. And now this can be written as v square by 2 minus 0 while putting the limits this will be minus k by m, 2 can be taken outside, and here this will be x square minus a square. So if you adjust the minus sign, then k by m, a square minus x square, this is 2, v square by 2, this is cancelled out. So we achieve v as a function of x under root of k by m, a square minus x square under root. So let us write clearly, v as a function of x is under root k by m under root of a square minus x square. So though it is not important to remember, but here I received one function that vx as a function of x is this value. Now our task is to find out the value of x, right? So such that we can find out the equation. So let us remove this segment now, which I don't need. So I removed all. This is also. So now what I can say here, I know that v is equal to dx by dt from kinematics. So this v can be equate with this. So this will be minus root k by m and under root of a square minus x square. So this will be dx upon under root of a square minus x square root of k by m into dt. Let us integrate now. So if you do the integration part, then if you do definite integration, so this is little bit complicated for the neat guys because here integration is involved. So though you don't need to remember all these steps for integration, lastly equations you have to remember, but here I am trying to do like whatever I can do for you maximum. So this integration will be sine inverse, you can remember this will be x by a. Okay, you don't have to go into the thorough details. So this will be k by m into t. Okay, so here I can write it now x by a, then you have to take sine of both sides. So this will be sine under root of k by m into t. So here x will be is equal, obviously there will be a constant also. So let's say that constant is phi, so there will be phi. So x is equal to a sine under root of k by m t plus phi. Okay, this is our equation of SHM finally. Okay, here I need to define this x is amplitude. This root k by m was a constant, we will see that will be an important constant, and that phi is initial phase angle, like from where it is starting, and t is the obviously random time, and x is obviously displacement from mean position. Okay, now we have to see, this is our equation of SHM. Let's say our equation of SHM, for example, if that is x is equal to a sine omega t plus phi, this omega is the angular frequency, then we can have dx upon dt is equal to, you need to differentiate, so sine differentiation will give you cos omega t plus phi, and of course this omega t will also be another differential, so this will be omega, so that means it will give you, so this will be nothing else velocity, which will be a omega cos omega t plus phi. Now if you need acceleration, you need to use dv upon dt. So if you do that, then this will become a into omega cos will give you minus sine omega t plus phi, and again omega will be in multiplication. So this will be minus a omega minus omega square a sine omega t plus phi. If you see this term, This is nothing else our x. So this a is equal to minus omega square x itself. Okay, let's say this is equation number 1. And we had earlier one equation which said that a is equal to minus k by m into x. This is equation 2. So if you compare them, then minus omega square is equal to minus k by m. This is cancelled out. So omega became under root of k by m. So which is very very important. We got a relation between omega and k, and also we can remember this relation now. So what is the point to remember? So omega is equal to under root k by m. So from here k will become m omega square, and also we know that time period is equal to 2 pi by omega, right? So t, this will be under root of k by m. So from here time period is 2 pi under root of m by k. This is very very important formula for SHM. So this is going to be your actual time period of any SHM. Okay, this will be pretty helpful in springs also, and for NEET students this is highly important. Okay, just I can tell you. So every formula, which one, k is equal to m omega square, t is equal to 2 pi under root m by k, and of course these are the formats of equation of SHM. Okay, and also the equation of SHM can be given by cos function also, because this is sinusoidal function again. Okay, yeah.